Mr. Trudeau. How are you doing?
Very well.
We're trying to get live 24-hour video for the downtown east side to change the neighborhood.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you, sir. Technology plays a major role in our life today. In Vancouver, British Columbia, when you go to the downtown Granville area, Best Buy at Robson and Granville, they advertise corporate ideas, and they also advertise dream vacations and social and personal interests. Well, today communities face a lot of social challenges and complexities. Communities today need to have the same advantage. Communities need to have the freedom to advertise, to get the message out, to deal with the social problems that affect communities. So by having live 24-hour videos, communities today will benefit because our children today rely on technology as part of their life. So since this is part of their life, it's time for them to have the community come to them and remind them that they also have a responsibility, and if they make decisions, they're responsible for their actions. Today, a lot of people take advantage of the situation. That's not including the services we have, because they don't know better. And the reason why they don't know better because they have been misinformed. Well, today we have to stop having people being misinformed by giving them proper information. And the focus of having live 24-hour information in a community level would be beneficial in Vancouver, British Columbia, because this is a city that deals with social problems on a daily basis, and having it in a neighborhood where they can help people from all walks of life on a daily basis to change their lifestyles and their attitude, and also accommodate the social issues, events that are part of the traditions of the neighborhood, would only benefit our society. Hey, do you guys think that your phone is an important part of your life? Yes or no? Is your phone an important part of your life?
Yeah, sure.
Gives you information highway.
Yeah.
I feel you.
How about you?
I'm old school.
You old school?
I'm old school.
Do you have a cell phone?
That's it. Right now I'm speaking one of the local officers that deal with the media. Now the downtown east side deals with a lot of social problems. Do you think having live 24-hour video at the corner of Main and Hastings on a community level would better inform people and better our society?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. You know, I mean, there's lots of details to work out, obviously, like in terms of where you'd want to situate it and the content, but I think it might be a good idea.
Well, the idea is to get, especially with the opiate crisis, especially also the city being also diverse, a lot of international influence, and that's dealing with like locals and social problems, that having public information in a public space, because that would consider being like at the Royal Bank.
So there's lots of information that's out there, as you know, from health, from police, from all first responders, and then advocacy groups, community groups out there. So
that would really help out.
And it could be something else that would help out.
Okay, thank you for your input.
Yeah, you bet.
Bye.
Thank you.
Electronic information would play a major role in our society today. The downtown east side is a neighborhood which has 1 million people that visit the corner of Main and Hastings on an annual basis, and Columbia and Hastings 1,000 people a day to visit the area to use it for their own personal use. Today, electronic information plays a major role. By having live 24-hour videos on a community level at the corner of Main and Hastings at the Royal Bank, which is also partnership with the government, would also preserve Canadian society. And having it across the street at the Aboriginal Centre, which is also a community foundation, would also benefit the community. This is not also including at the courthouse, which is also dealing with community initiatives to better inform people, and also at Pigeon Park Savings. To have electronic information center within the downtown East-side corridor would only benefit the community. With the social problems they face, and that's not including the overdoses, and that's not including the homelessness, and the mental illness, and just the social problems that reflect the neighborhood, having electronic information would only benefit not only the locals and the people, but also Canadian society, since so many people from across Canada and around the world come here to visit it, to use it, and also to enjoy it. Why do you love working down here?
I love helping people.
You love helping these people?
I do.
Okay, well, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They're no friends. That's not who they're for. People in the streets are friends. Not care about friends. I know.
Could you just explain briefly what happened?
The streets had one or two.
About my mom's passing.
Yes.
She got the flu. She had emphysema, severe, and she was in the hospital and she wasn't able to breathe, and she chose to do assisted suicide, and I held her as she passed. She didn't want to suffer anymore.
I know her from the neighborhood.
You knew her?
Yeah, I've known her from sitting around for years. Well, God rest her soul. Take care.
Do you want a picture of her?
Yeah. Vancouver Downtown East-side community has always had a reputation of achieving goals. Pigeon Park Savings, which is partnership and a subsidiary of Van City, has always been a financial institute that deals with the social problems of people who have been excluded from banking, and also dealing with banking issues to get them to better bank and deal with their financial issues. The focus of also Pigeon Park Savings Bank is they deal with community initiatives. This is a bank that's been there for 2 decades and has a reputation of not only meeting community needs, but also dealing with the individual on a one-on-one basis. Pigeon Park Savings would be the ideal bank to have live 24-hour videos, because 1,000 people hangs around there a day, because that's a block that deals with social problems and issues, and have staff that can deal with these problems. And the focus of having live 24 hours is to better educate the people that live in the neighborhood and also visit the neighborhood and work in the neighborhood. This is a neighborhood that deals with a lot of complexities and dynamics, and the focus of having live 24 hours at the bank is to give the locals more information and give them more activities and events and lifestyles that they can adventure in. With the social problems that these people face down there, information is paramount, because this is a neighborhood that deals with a lot of complexities. There's a lot of agencies that are trying to make a difference, and the focus is to get those agencies to advertise to better educate the public. Communities today are built by people in sharing in ideas and also building on them. The social problems that we face today, we can have tools and create tools to better our society and the problems we face. Communities today face a lot of challenges. By having live 24-hour video in a community setting would benefit the community and the people that living there. Living in an electronic world, in today's society, we need to focus on what's best for us and what will guarantee our children a future.
Shoes off, rest my feet in the bed. Just for a moment and I'm back on my way. Not sure where I'm heading, maybe LA. If I could just drive and leave all my troubles behind. Crank up the radio and like housing, to address things like housing. My friend here wants you to make sure that the bars stay open in the downtown east side. And we need to do more for our young people. And why I'm here with you today is because I'm so proud to be the MLA for Vancouver Mount Pleasant and to be your representative in Victoria. So thank you for believing in me. I often say it's not easy to paddle in the direction of social justice, but if we paddle together, we can get farther. So thank you so much for your support. Have a wonderful day. And before I close, for some of you that don't know, I'm Miska and Gitsan on my mom's side. I'm proud to be Cree, Ojibwe, French, and Scottish on my dad's side. My mom's right here. If you don't know her, she's right here. It's all her fault that I'm here. And I want to acknowledge all the matriarchs and the advocates here in the downtown east side. I love this community. I think there's such a strong sense of generosity and courage. And the elders who are always troublemaking or photobombing my pictures for Facebook seem like I'm here as a politician, but really I just want to be an advocate for change. So thank you so much for your generosity. Let's keep fighting for truth and reconciliation.
Right now I'm speaking to one of the previous mayors, Mr. Sullivan, who also brought in the Four Pillars program. Well, today the downtown east side has adapted the program and they have tried to make a difference, but the opiate crisis has become a real problem. Right now I'm working at the library trying to get 24-hour live video so people can get proper information at the corner of Main and Hastings and Columbia and Hastings. Do you think that having live 24-hour video like they did in Speaker's Corners where people, and not today, can get information? So instead of getting information about corporate ideas and all that, we're talking about getting information that is run and operated by the community services, where there's 300 of them in the downtown east side, with support of the local, provincial, and federal government and their services. What do you think of that idea?
Sounds very innovative. Sounds very resourceful.
At the end of the day, communities today need to use the tools that are available to them to help preserve the neighborhood, enhance the neighborhood, and also to give out proper information and also change people's lives. This is the focus. So by having live 24-hour video in a community setting would be ideal. This would also be a tool. Today, communities need tools to better communities. We're still using traditional ways of using paper products, and only in the last decade have we been slowly using social media. Well, it's time that we take social media and use it on a community level, because in the end of the day, this will make a real difference. In communities today, a lot of communities still rely on paper product. It's time that we start using electronic information in a public space on a community level. Instead of using it on a corporate level, it's time that Canadians change their attitude and start using it on a social level to not only better society and to change people's lives, but to also make a difference on our day-to-day life. In our day-to-day life, we rely on information, and instead of always running around looking for it, checking your phone, asking somebody, it's always nice to have a central spot in a public space where people can go get facts and information. And this is the focus in having live 24-hour video. The focus is it's not just for the community, it's also for everybody, for every walk of life, for them to have what they call a central place to get information. This is the point of the whole project. The whole point of the project was to focus on using social media in a community perspective to try and enhance the community, to make it a better and safer place for people to visit and live.
The electronic medium of a 24-hour digital screen in the community, I think, would really add to voices being able to be amplified.